Hi everybody. I just wanted to show you guys some more practical use of this program. So I was going to show you what happens when you go through and do an entire set of drawings. As we're looking here, this goes through and shows you how you look at the different codes that are in effect. Now obviously codes change by year. In this situation it was a 2014 5th edition. Okay, also looking at the NEC codes, Florida Energy Code for buildings, any local state ordinances, things like that. As you can see here, you start to break down the different types of construction type in terms of materials that it's constructed of, different occupancies, the area limitations, things like that. You begin to look at the basic wind speeds that it's affected by, the risk category, the exposure category, and the components and cladding have to meet the wind load requirements. So as you can see here, we have the just an example of a garage being put here on the site, and this garage is here, and so you show how the existing building is here, how it's going to be placed, because you have to show how it's going to fit on the site. So we'll go through and look at the floor plan here. As you can see here, we've got positive slope away from the building. We've got laying out the size of the windows here, the type, the single Hun. We can see the different types of foundation notes, things like that, square footage. You can see how we have the number 5 rebar and the typical filled cell here. Same thing goes here. We have the different types of garage doors, door openings, things like that. The different, how far each filled cell is going to be apart from each other. This shows the gable end plywood nailing pattern. This is a gable end building, so they'll have one end that has this nailing pattern that has to be met, and this is controlled by code. As you can see here, we're going through and looking at the trusses will be done by others, by a truss manufacturer. Those will be 24 inches on center. We have a fascia, and we have an overhang that we specified here on each side. And you can see how we've got the outlookers here at 24 inches on center, and you'll see the section for straps that are required, ridge vent, the different sections here. Okay. We also have the different elevations specifying the truss bearing, the different types of siding to match existing detail here. As you can see here, we've got base of the gable end reinforcement here, and this goes through and talks about obviously everything has to meet the wind load requirements. You have to call out the different types of nails that are used, and this is one of the good things about this type of situation. You call out the different overlap of rebar, different types of overlap here of the welded wire mesh, type of PSI, and the fiber mesh concrete is called out. As you can see here, the different types of rebar are called out, and we can see the finished grade here. So that gives you an example of what you can do. Now I made that detail not by going through and by connecting everything up. I went through here to the I made a drafting view and just went through and made a drafting view of it. So I went through and drew it like an AutoCAD we're talking about, and then I made that. So each of these little details you see are ones that I inserted into the drawing and just drug them into the, clicked here and drug them into the drawing. Same thing here. We've got the elevations here, as well as again another section situation. Also, as you can see here, the different types of nailing patterns are called out here because we have to, by code, specify ring shank nails, things like that, based on which areas are affected most by the wind. Okay, and so again, this is another detail that I drew here on this one and just drug it into the program. Okay, so that again begin to show you guys, here's the product approvals. These are the different, as we went on the floridabuilding.org website, you can go through and get different product approvals. And as you can see here, the reason I want a product approval is to show that these products have been tested for the 2x4 being shot through them. And it also, great thing about doing it this way is it shows the contractor how the detail must be achieved in order to get that resistance and to get that approval. So it's great by showing not only the approval number but also how the detail has to be attached to show you. I hope this helps you guys out, and again, I appreciate you guys so much, and thanks for a great semester.